all signs. We're going to do some mindful messages here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I go live and for other messages and readings and lots more. Please feel free to leave a comment in the chat. If you're watching this during the live, if you're watching this after the stream, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Okay, we're going to look into the overall energy. This is a general message. So please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Okay, we're going to try to share this so we can see if we can get more people involved. Give me 1 second here. Hey, Omar, what's going on? Thank you for joining. I hope you're not the only one, but if you are, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to get my camera adjusted here. I do apologize, everybody. Okay. So basically, we're going to look into Driana. What's going on, girl? I know it's super duper early, right? Let me tell you, everybody. I know y'all didn't ask for this information, but when I finished my work for my other job, I went to sleep and the time got away from me. And I'm like, I woke up and I'm sitting there like, what time is it? So I went to sleep. I worked out yesterday evening, and I guess I put a lot into my workout, and then I finished up my other work for my other job. I went to sleep, and I tell you, when I woke up, it was like after 2 o'clock, and it felt so weird. I was like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. So let me just get up here and do some mindful messages. Hey, X breaking X Dawn, how are you? I'm glad that you ladies and gentlemen are joining. I said I'm gonna get up here. I don't know who's up, but hopefully somebody's up and we can do these messages. As you can see, I am switching the channel up a little bit. So we will be trying to focus more on forward movement. We will reflect some. I don't know what's going to come out in the readings, of course, but definitely I am promoting forward movement. I do think that issues of the past may be presented, especially with what we have going on now with people healing and just doing a lot of soul searching. So, just to let you know, if you look at even my picture, my little thumbnail, I've changed it. Just trying to promote good vibes and all that great stuff here. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? Let's see what we got here. But y'all, I woke up and I'm like, what time is it? And what day is it? I was like totally like off. I don't know if you've ever, if any of you have ever worked really hard like that and then you go to sleep and wake up and you're like, what day is it? What time is it? Okay, we have the overall energy. We have balance here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, I have up and out. Okay, so I'm getting the vibe here that you are finding balance in your life, or you're being guided to find balance in your life here. Or balance is something that's really going to help you to move past the past. A lot of you have been hurt. A lot of you have been betrayed. A lot of you have felt like a lot of people have turned their back on you. And I definitely get that. I definitely see that. Oh, from England. Hey, Sarah. Great to have you. Thank you so much. So, thank you, Andrea. So, here's the thing, while you're searching for this balance or you're creating balance, I do feel like you're at a place of recognizing that not everything is perfect. Not everything is um known. Some things are hidden, you know. But I feel like you're at a place, or you could be entering a place of having this sense of self, like, okay, no matter what, I'm going to make it through. I'm going to move forward from the heartbreak and all of that. Give me more on the balance. We have water my dreams. Okay. So to me, I mean, that's just, it speaks for itself. So instead of you focusing on what hurt you, what made you have a setback, I feel like a lot of you are at a place of saying, okay, I can't do anything about the past. No matter how many times I think about it, no matter how many times I want to talk to somebody or talk to that person that hurt me, guess what? At the end of the day, I still got hurt. At the end of the day, I still got hurt. So a lot of you are saying, okay, what can I do now? I can go forward with my dreams. I can go forward with my aspirations. And I feel like this is going to be very beneficial for you. And it's also going to make you more attractive to, just overall the energies around you and all that good stuff. So this could be a very great thing, or very good thing, I'm sorry, when you're talking about manifesting new opportunities, manifesting new people, just really taking the time, as the card says, to water your dreams and really honor. Oop, too many cards here, y'all. Really honor where you are now. Okay. Give me a little bit more to water my dreams. These cards. Okay. Okay, we got the subconscious mind here. So we want to make sure that we are feeding our mind positivity. A lot of times our mind can be our worst enemy. If the subconscious is not being fed positivity, it's amazing how we can create stories in our head, but we have to be mindful of what we're feeding our mind, because you could be thinking one way about a situation with the together card. You could be thinking like, okay, yeah, I got it all figured out. But it may not even be that way. Some of you may have been in relationships where you felt like, okay, yeah, this person's doing me wrong, or this person doesn't love me. And then you find out later that it wasn't like that. And maybe without you knowing it, your subconscious mind had recorded the trauma so well that you've been looking for things to go wrong in new situations. We have the up and out here. So at this time, you could be detoxing from that. You could be trying to prepare yourself to propel forward. But we have to be mindful, because the subconscious mind is like a sponge. It soaks up every bit of trauma, every bit of like heartbreak, a setback. It just keeps it longer than what we want, right? So I do get the feeling here, moving forward, you're going to be recognizing, or you are working on recognizing that, hey, can't change the past, but I can't let the past determine what my forward movement is going to look like. Okay. Give me a little bit more on the up and out. Let's see here. We have gratitude. Right. Excellent card to come out. So the thing is, you're having gratitude for all of these things that have happened to you. I know that sounds odd. I think we talk about that a lot in the other videos, where we recognize that things that we went through, not all of them happened to us, they happened for us. A lot of times we can't see the glass half full because we're looking at what we thought we lost. But really, a lot of us have been protected here. New adventures, been protected so you could move forward in your life, in your career, in your relationships. Okay, let's look at the rest of the reading here. We have the expansive. So some of you are at a place where you could be adding on to your skills. You could be expanding your knowledge base. You could be starting to really feel like you can gravitate towards bigger and better opportunities. I feel like this is coming because of your will to keep your faith, and also your willingness to let go of things that no longer serve you. The better it gets here. I mean, when you're trying to heal from trauma, a lot of you know this. It's wild because you can be triggered by exes. You can be triggered by people that have hurt you even more. But it definitely means that there's a part of you that may not be as healed as you think, but you are recognizing that it gets better if you put forth the effort here. And casting spells. That doesn't mean actually casting spells on someone. It could definitely mean, in this card, it says, the words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. So we definitely want to be careful with our tongue. We definitely want to be mindful of what we're saying to ourselves and to other people, because we can bring life. We can bring life to negative comments. And also, people can bring life to negative comments towards you. Okay. So I get the feeling here, if because of where you are, if somebody's literally saying something that's derogatory towards you, I feel like you're at a place of either you're not going to say anything at all, or you're going to be counteracting it with love. Like, okay, I understand you feel that way. I respect that, you know, and you're entitled to your opinion. So you're giving love when it comes to words that are said. Maybe you had an ex that said some ugly stuff to you and you just can't get past it. But now you're in a different space and you're like, okay, maybe he was going through something, or maybe she was going through something, didn't have anything to do with me. I do have the commitment card in the past here. So it is highly likely that you have been all the way in, or entirely committed to a lot of situations that honestly you weren't appreciated in. Return to the body here. And what you had to do was get back to self and say, wait a minute. I'm investing so much into this person, this situation, this situation. I'm forgetting all about myself. I'm forgetting all about myself. Infinite creativity. I got to get back to my dreams. I got to get back to what's placed on my heart to do. I know that I'm here for a divine and bigger purpose. And this is what I'm feeling here. You're just like, okay, outside of the heartbreak, outside of this person leaving or people leaving, there's still purpose for me. There's still things that I need to do. And with the playful card here, you have a great personality, or you like to be around people that have positive personalities that make you laugh. All right. Everything doesn't have to be so serious. Unique lives. And for a lot of you, your personality is what makes you unique. You are uniquely you. Therefore, there'll be no one else that can fulfill your purpose on this earth like you, right? Nobody's going to feel the feelings that you feel. Nobody's going to talk the way you talk. Nobody's going to walk the way you walk. Nobody's going to look the way you look. That is the beauty of being your own person, and how we were created by the Creator here. Projecting. So with that being said, all this positivity that you have, all this self-awareness, is being projected out towards the energies around you. And I'm hearing influencer. So you could be becoming an influence. Look at that, nurture. Look at that nurture card. You're becoming an influencer because you're nurturing yourself. And therefore, you may be, when you speak to people, you're nurturing their spirit as well. Okay? And especially, we have that casting spells card with you watching what you're saying, with you watching what you're thinking, with that subconscious mind that we spoke about. You're helping yourself to move forward, and you're going to be helping others. The edge of greatness. Some of you could be heading towards a season where you're starting to see things open up for you bit by bit. Not happen quickly, but you're seeing things is changing your life. You're seeing better people be attracted to you. Okay. That doesn't mean you agree with everything that may be going on with their life, but these people are seeming like they're good to you. They may be part of your soul tribe. They may be. A lot of you been trying to manifest better energy into your life. They just may be your soul tribe family. We can't do anything about the decisions that people have made about their, when it comes to their lives. But as long as it's not bringing you any danger, any harm, you got to let a person live their own life. I know that was a big lesson for me, because I always wanted the best for people, but my best, my idea of the best may not be their idea of the best. Doing our, look at it, and it says doing our best. How about that? I just talking about it. So our idea of a person doing well, or our idea of success, may be totally different from a person that has a different idea about what success looks like for them. It's like, let's say, for instance, some people want to go to college and some don't. And that's fine. But does that mean that both people won't be successful? No. So we have to accept the differences. And I feel like you're at a place of accepting people's differences. If it doesn't interfere with your life, there's nothing else really to be said about it. Self appreciation. And if you find people or you meet people that appreciate you for being you, if you have a love interest that they appreciate you for being you, that's a person probably to hold on to. We don't know if they're there for a season or a lifetime, but there's something unique about that. Okay? Hold lightly. Yep, that's ironic. I just said that. The first line says, I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight, so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I love any less, but I am open to the changes of life. Yes, just talking about that. There's a song by, what is his name? Oh goodness, it's a country song. It's like the chorus is like, if you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it. Because a dream won't chase you back. If you listen to the words of that song, you read the lyrics, that's what I'm thinking about here. Where it's like, while you have the chance, and in the song he's talking about, if you're going to love somebody, love them as hard as you can. Take advantage, take heed of every opportunity you have. All of it. Appreciate all of it. I'm talking like when you wake up every day, appreciate where you are. When you step outside, appreciate nature, appreciate the sun. Because I'm telling you, it's the little things that when you look back years from now or days from now, the little things are what's going to happen the most. Not a big house, not a nice car. You know what I'm saying? None of that's going to matter. It's the tiny things. There was a survey that was conducted for the nursing homes in some state. I can't remember. I read it in Forbes magazine, and they did a survey as to asking the residents about different things that they were going through, and they got to this question about if you could do anything differently in your life from when you were younger up to now, what would it be? And the majority of the patients, the residents in that nursing home or assisted living, they said that they would have lived more for themselves and not for everyone else. How about that? They recognized as they became older that they had lived their life for other people. That's not saying like your children or anything like that. They meant like they had been worried about what everybody else was thinking, trying to follow the crowd. And that's the one thing that they regretted not doing, is living for themselves. So that's something to think about. That's something to think about. Release. Yeah. Releasing the need to know. Releasing the need to always be right. Releasing the need to worry. We can worry all day long, but guess what? The outcome is still going to be the same. So I encourage people, and I had to learn this myself. Hey Charlene, how you doing? I had to learn this myself. We can worry all day long. You can worry about this man that broke your heart or this woman that broke your heart. You can worry about that as they say in the South, till the cows come home. Okay. You can worry all you want, but is it going to change anything? No. Guess what? That person still hurt you. That person still doesn't deserve access to you. And you can worry all you want. You can sit up and cry. You can do all that. And I'm not making light of it because it's painful. You know, you can do all of that and it's not going to change anything. And I had to be real with myself about that. Like, okay, yeah, this man broke my heart. But guess what? At the end of the day, I got to keep pushing. So that woman or that man may have hurt you, but you got to keep moving. And think about it. Do you really want this person to have that much power over you that you can't pick yourself up? You can't pick yourself up and move forward. You know, you can't pick yourself up at all and move forward. Nobody deserves to have that much power over you. Breathe. Look at that. Taking time to breathe. Taking time to inhale, exhale. Okay? And I feel like, and that's the perfect card to come out when it comes to about worry. Let me read this. It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing If I am feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light, purity, hope, assurance. So you can picture yourself, you're breathing deeply. You when you inhale, just picture yourself absorbing and breathing in white light, pure light. And when you exhale, it is like cleansing your lungs. That's a huge part of manifestation. Cleansing the body. Okay, let's read. Charlene, and that's the full truth me on this new journey of releasing myself from my past demons and loving myself more, finding myself again. Yes. Hey, Omar, my mother was a Pisces too. She told me exactly what you said. Let it go. Yes. And I'm not saying that to ignore your feelings, everybody. I don't want you to take it that way, but I want you to look at it. If you sit there and you worry all the time about a heartbreak, all the time about a person leaving you, right? All of that. Nobody wants to, I'm telling you, having your heart broken is tough. It is one of the hardest things in the world. It's like, of course, losing loved ones that's a whole different kind of pain. But heartbreak, when somebody hurts your feelings are all that you have. If you think about it, your feelings are all that you have. So when somebody hurts them or somebody, disappoints you, it is excruciating pain. And so the thing about it, once you get past the pain, you can see so clearly, but you got to get through it. I'm not saying ignore your feelings. I encourage you to feel the feeling of heartbreak, feel it, and replace it with something positive. Oh man, I'm thinking about this man that hurt me, but guess what? And this is the positive behind it. He hurt me, but guess what? I still got my health. I still got my strength. I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to meet a better partner. Work on manifesting a better partner. I'm going to manifest a partner that really cares about me, that's going to fall in love with me for me being me, right? That's what you got to look at. Because I'm telling you, we can worry all day, all night, and these people have power over you. Or we can take a chance and say, hey, the creator of happiness here. Look at that. We can say, hey, I have to choose to be happy. Once you make that decision in your mind and your subconscious, guess what you're going to do? You're going to do everything that you can each day to be happy. Even when you have tough days, even when things happen, you're going to find the joy in the small things. Some people think material things are what it means to have hard work pay off. Nah. Mm-mm. There are a lot of people that have a lot of material things, nice cars, money, all this stuff, and they're still unhappy. They're still unhappy. Where you can have a homeless person that gets an opportunity not to be homeless again, to actually have 3 meals a day and a roof over their head. And they're some of the most humble and nicest people. But we got people that have had everything, never been homeless a day in their life, and they don't appreciate anything. See what I'm saying? It's a whole different vibe. But see, the homeless person, a lot of times all they have is their faith to rely on until they can get better. Right? But if someone's born with a silver spoon, not saying everybody's like that now, because not everybody's the same. I'm talking about the people that have a lot and they're still not satisfied. They're born like into money, or they have money, or they're doing pretty good in their job. You'll notice, like, if they haven't been working on themselves spiritually or trying to heal, they got all that money, driving a nice BMW or whatever they drive, and they're just not happy. Today, I visualize myself having victory and being victorious. Awesome, Charlene. Yeah. So it starts with us. It starts with us creating the happiness in our heart. It's not personal. This is the not personal card. And this could be something right here where you're telling people or you're showing people, hey, it's not personal that I don't speak to you as much as I used to. I needed to pull away so I could get me together. And the real MVPs in your life are going to understand that. But if you got people that want to control you, they're not going to understand when you want to pull back from them. But when you got people that understand, those people probably have been through things as well, and they're trying to get better. They're trying to cleanse their spirit. They're trying to cleanse their space so they can have real love. They can have better friendships. They can make room for a new career. They can make room for abundance. When you got people that take what you're saying as far as you're protecting yourself and having boundaries, if they get offended, those are probably not your people. I'm saying, even if it's family, if they get upset because you create boundaries or you decide to pull away from them to save your energy and keep yourself in the clear, they're probably not part of your soul tribe. Your soul tribe is going to understand. Y'all, you two or you four, however many people it is that you have a part of your soul tribe, you may not always be on the same page, but you're going to be pretty close to it. And until you meet those people, you can be solidified within yourself. But just know that anybody that wants to try to control you is just not, they're just not a part. They don't align with you. We have the tune in card. So we have to definitely stay tapped in and tuned in to our intuition, tapped in and tuned in to our heart space. And like I said, that subconscious mind. Okay. The ego. Everybody hears about ego. Let me tell you something about ego. Your ego is selfish. And I'm going to tell you, because your ego is trying to protect you. It's not there to be a hindrance. It's not there to be negative in your life. The ego that we feel or we have is there to protect you. It works with the subconscious mind. So say, for instance, you're in a new relationship. Because your subconscious mind knows that you have been hurt and there's some things that you allow that you shouldn't allow, right? Your subconscious mind holds on to it. So you have somebody new in your life and your ego kicks in and say, well, you better watch out. I hope this person doesn't do what they did. And it comes in like that. But you think about it, it's not that it's against you. It's trying to protect you. The ego is trying to protect you. So we have to also, when we retrain our subconscious, we are retraining our ego as well. And that way, when people hurt you or you get embarrassed, the ego isn't as bruised because you're able to accept more. And this is not an overnight process. This is daily, y'all. Working on yourself, it's a daily exercise. If you meet somebody and they tell you, I am totally healed, I don't worry about anything, I don't need counseling, that person may not be telling the truth. Because daily, you have to keep your mind good. And what you're doing, you're training your way of thinking. I believe it says it takes 3 weeks to change a habit. Yeah. Because you got to think about it. For years, you have been absorbing all this pain from these relationships, from the family. You've been absorbing all this pain. Do you honestly think in 2 days you're going to be rid of it? No. You got to filter it out. You got to put positivity into your life. You may have to get rid of some friendships to do it. You got negative people surrounding you who don't want to appreciate you. Now, okay, let me put it like this. Say, for instance, you're a person that you don't smoke, you don't drink, right? But you have a friend that smoked and drink. Y'all are like best friends. You can't do anything about that person and their habits. But if they treat you well, that's a person worth keeping. If they don't judge you when you want to do something more or less, that's a person you need to keep. That's what I'm saying. And that's you recognizing your differences. Like, yeah, that person smoked, they drink. I don't do that, but they respect me. Because you can meet a person that does the exact same thing you do or have the same job that you have, and they don't have any respect for you. And they don't want to hear you. They don't care. So we have to be mindful who we're keeping close in our circle. Okay? So, yeah. Staying tapped in and tuned in to intuition, tapped in and tuned in to your heart space and your chakras here. Releasing anger. Wow. A lot of you have been working on that. You've been praying, you've been meditating. You have been set free from a lot of stuff. You're breaking chains. Some of you are breaking chains in your family dynamic. It says anger is a natural emotion, but I recognize that holding on to it can be toxic for me. Yes. Holding on to an ex that hurt you and you're angry about what they did and what they said, holding on to that, not only does that ex have the power, but it's toxic to your system. It's toxic. But you're human. You're going to be angry sometimes. But what are you going to do to not stay in that state? You know, a lot of that is self-accusation, accusation, recognizing where you are in life, recognizing what you contributed to a situation. And also, this is a big one, recognizing what you put up with, what you allowed. A lot of people don't want to look at that. What did you allow in your life? Yeah, somebody came in your life and they broke your heart, they hurt you. Did you allow it? And we have to take ownership in that. We have to take ownership in that. That doesn't mean that they were right. It doesn't mean they were right for it, but did you allow it? The guidance system here. Did you allow it? And a lot of times we do allow people to disrespect us until we learn that we are worthy of respect. It's amazing when you love yourself and you have this respect for yourself and you really feel like your highest version, you feel like you're worthy. People align with that. They feel like you're worthy and they'll treat you as such. So without you even knowing it, the more you continue to work on yourself and your self-worth, you're doing self-care and recognizing that you are important, the world around you, I kid you not, they will align with that. That doesn't mean you're not going to have negative Nancy's and negative Neds out there. You're going to have negative people somewhere. But usually 9 times out of 10, if you're trying to be positive, you've been working on yourself, you love you, you know what I'm saying? And you have faith in yourself and all that, faith in your abilities, faith in what God has for you. And you project that out. It's like a magnet. You're like a magnet. You project all this good stuff out. People are drawn to that because we got so many people that are negative in a negative space. So when you get to be around positive people, it's addictive. You want to see that person all the time. You want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? When you bring a whole new vibe to the situation, yeah, it's addictive because most people are operating from a place of negativity, not because they have to stay there. It's just what it is. The conscious focus here. What I focus on, I attract more of. Look at that. That's not by chance I grabbed that card. Look at that. So when you focus on negativity, you attract more negativity. When you focus on being positive and you say, hey, I want a loving partner. I want a job. I don't have to have $1,000,000. It would be nice, but I don't have to have a lot of money. Just let me love my job. Let me help me to manifest abundance. And you focus on that. Get that in your subconscious like we talked about. Nurture it. Put in the work. Watch that it just aligns for you. Everything just lines up. Because the first step to having success, the first step to moving forward is believing it. You got to believe it first. You gotta really convince yourself that you're gonna have exactly what you want. Because when you get to a place of really recognizing it and believing it, your ego and your self-conscious are going to align with that. And that puts you at a higher vibration and it's going to find its way to you. Opportunities for growth. Look at that. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. You can't make it up, y'all. It's going to happen for you when it's time. That doesn't mean we sit back and we don't do the work. You got to do the work now. You got to do the work. Work on your body, work on your mind, your emotional state, work on your finances, all aspects of your life, your spirituality. While you're working on that, you're pulling in more and more positivity. Hey, Tina, I will never regret or be sorry for being me, but those who took advantage of it or abused it will no longer get that me again, and some won't even have access to me. Totally get it, Tina. Totally get it. And that's you taking ownership for yourself. That's you assigning the responsibility of people that took you for granted. You're assigning that to them. You're not harboring all of the pain. Like you're not excusing their behavior. You're owning your stuff. That's an awesome way to put it. Oh, my pleasure, Driana. Thank you for that comment. Yeah. Yeah. So when we recognize that everything is happening for us, like I said that at the beginning, we recognize everything is happening for us. This is what is helping us to evolve, helping us to mature. You know how many people that are getting older, each birthday they're getting older, and they're not mature? It's not like they can't be that way. They want to allow their mind to open up and just really say, okay, let me advance. Let me add on. Let me monitor my way. And that's how you become wiser. Life experience and learning how to handle different things. Has nothing to do with college, has nothing to do with a career. It's maturity, knowing the difference. And this card says, I am not a victim of things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. Y'all, this card speaks for itself. So basically, you're owning whatever you went through, but you're not a victim of it. You're assigning the responsibility where it belongs. We have loving friends here. It says, I surround myself with people who inspire me and grow together with me. We just talked about that. We just talked about it. You got to have people that see the greatness in you, that treat you well, and vice versa. Vice versa. Just people that genuinely accept you for you. And you will know. You will know when people accept you for you. It says, get focused. To attract what I want, first I get clear on what it is I desire. I envision it for a minute or more every day, feeling how it would feel to have this in my life. Look at that. Being focused on what it is that you need, being focused on some of the things that you want, and also having faith that it's going to work out, praying, meditating to the Most High, and leaving it there. As they say, lay it at his feet. Cast your burdens, lay it on his feet. Leave it right there. I always say, whenever I'm at a situation and I'm questioning it, I say, Lord, I'm going to put it in your hands. And I leave it there. And if it comes back to me stronger and stronger, or it's receptive, or I'm feeling like I'm receiving the energy back, then I know that the Lord has a plan for me with that situation. There's a plan there. There's something there. Okay. Tina says, yes, I don't know if it's just us Pisces, but we just see people as they are unless we're shown otherwise. Else, anyone else feel that way? Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. It says inspiration board. I don't know if some of you do this or not. I don't know if some of you actually do a vision board, but this could be very helpful. It can be very helpful to put on a vision board what you want to accomplish. Love, career, finance. It can be like for the love, you could put a couple up there like Michelle and Barack or somebody or any other couple. You could choose a couple and you could put them up there. I can't even think of what is his name? George Bush and his wife or something like that. Whatever a power couple looks like for you. You could have that as part of your vision board on this side. Finance. You could put a picture of a house that you want. Okay? What it look like to live in this house? What will it take? Okay? You could actually put that, a picture of that. And then with your career, put a picture of the job that you want. After you put this into this wherever you hang it, whether it's near refrigerator in your room, whatever, look at it and envision yourself doing those things and having those things that you're putting on your vision board. And then work on it. Work towards it. It's amazing what will happen. I'm going to tell you this. I always wanted a black SUV. I've been wanting a black SUV for years, right? And when I paid off my car, I said, okay, I want a black SUV. I always either wanted something like a Jeep or something like that. Always, I wanted it all black. So I started envisioning. I just, you know, I envisioned. I would literally go by dealerships, see the type of vehicle that I want, and imagine myself in the car, in that SUV, driving off the lot. And I literally, but see, you got to be grateful for what you have already. That's another thing. That's another thing. You got to be grateful for what you already have so that you don't get ahead of yourself. So be grateful for the vehicle you have now, which I was, and I still am. I still have it. So you got to be grateful for what you have. And then you envision yourself with whatever it is. So let me go back to this. So I was grateful for the car that I had. But every day for about 6 months, I envisioned myself in that black SUV. I surely did. I kept saying, I'm like, And I could see myself inside that SUV driving off the lot. 6 months later, guess what happened? I found one. I liked it. And get this, it had been sitting there for 6 months at that dealership. I went to the bank, got approved. I had the truck, the SUV, in less than a week. In less than a week. And the vehicle had been sitting at the lot exactly 6 months. And it still trips me out. It still trips me out. Still trips me out. Because I was always like, okay, yeah, manifestation. Let me just see. But it took for me to be able to cleanse my aura to start pulling things in like that and having that faith. Because in the good book, it says he'll give us the desires of our heart within reason now. He'll give us the desires of our heart if we if we show to be worthy. And also we have gratitude. And I have tons of gratitude. Am I perfect? No. There's only one perfect being, and we all know who that is. But I make it a point to be the best me that I can be. And I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. And I use my platform to inspire. I never try to cut anybody down. No judgment. I don't care if you straight, gay, bi. I don't care. I love you the same. I love you the same. Your lifestyle has nothing to do with how I feel about you and the fact that I want you to do well in life. And that goes for any of my subscribers and people that I know in general. I'm just not like that. I'm not like that. And I do that. That's how I live my life. I try to make the best out of every day. And I try to be an encourager. A lot of times it just flows naturally for me anyway. Always had a big heart, always been very expressive. But as I began to grow even more in my spirituality and also maturity wise, I have become more able to communicate more efficiently. You know, as I was that little kid, I had a lot of mouth. My mom said, "You got a lot of mouth. Oh my gosh, why don't you shut up?" And it wasn't like I truly believe I was just so expressive because my little mind was full of imagination and wonder, and I'm sure that I was having visions and all kinds of stuff. And I was so excited as a kid. Oh my God, I always wanted to learn and read. And when we had computers, and I'm about to tell my age a little bit, but when we first started, we're able to get on AOL and stuff like that. I was up there just researching, and I knew the type of mind that I had, the way I process information. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And so what's crazy, let me tell you this. So when I was a kid, and that's when we had dial up. Y'all remember dial up internet. AOL and some others. Um I can remember, I think I was like, I don't know, I was a little kid. I can't remember what age now, but I remember getting on that computer and I would make documents as if I worked in a billing office or something. Net zero, okay. And I would make up documents and stuff, and I would like make it so the person had to sign it and all this kind of stuff. It's like, when I was a little kid, like I had that vision. I used to play grocery store, play restaurant and all that stuff. Okay, so when I was became a teenager, my first job was at a fast food restaurant. So that's what I'm saying. I can look back and I can see where as a little kid, I was manifesting and didn't really know it, but I can see it because not only did I work in a restaurant, I actually saw myself going to college, and I went to college. I went to college twice. And then I actually saw myself working for an organization, which I do. And it was just wow. And I look back and I can just see the little version of me was just so full of wonder. And my little mind was just getting all these visions, and I didn't know what to do with them. You know, I had night terrors. I had some of the worst nightmares, it seemed like, in the world. But really, as I got older, I realized that they weren't nightmares, they were visions. I just didn't know what to do with them. I didn't really know what to do with them. I was being shown things, you know? So that's what I'm talking about when I say this inspiration board here. Because the inspiration board helps you to align what it is that you want, what it is that you need. Okay, let's see. Drianna, threefold over you will receive. I confirm. You are very important in the eyes of the source. Thank you for your continuing messages of love, continued faith, and healing, for you are adored by all that is. Thank you, Drianna. Tina, yes, ma'am. And Tina, yes, ma'am. And I will appreciate all that about you. Sorry about I have my glasses on. Oh, you're fine, Tina. So I'm gonna share one more thing with you, ladies and gentlemen. So I I'm like you. I had gotten to a place where I said, I'm not dating anymore. I don't like to feel pain. I was engaged. I was engaged I was with that man like almost 5 years. We were engaged to be married. He asked my father and my grandparents. I don't know why he skipped my mom, but anyway, he he asked mainly my grandfather, and he asked my biological father. God rest his soul. My grandfather passed away last year. I miss him dearly. Um, he asked those two men for my hand in marriage. I mean, he went the whole route. At a nice restaurant, he proposed. All of that. All of that. Only 8 months later, he broke it off. Broke my heart into pieces. And get this, he took the ring back. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I was so messed up. I was so messed up. I can't lie about that. I was so messed up because I've been with this man 5 years. We were engaged for a year. But guess what? Now when I look back, I knew he wasn't for me. I I wanted him to be for me, but he wasn't for me. He wasn't for me. So I took after that engagement ended, I took 4.5 years off of dating. I didn't date anybody for 4.5 years. I spoke to people. I would speak to guys or whatever like that, but I wasn't dealing with anybody. I said, I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on my health, my strength, all that. I'm grateful for that time that I had. I'm grateful for that 4.5 years that I took to work on myself because I identified so many things and still I work on myself. So, in the last 6 months, I started envisioning what I wanted in a new partner, you know? And I did the list that you know, you do the list of all the characteristics that you want in a partner. And I did that. And I meditated on it. And I let it go. I didn't stress about it. That's okay. If it happens, it happens. I continued doing my work, all that. And so I met a guy, you know, and been talking. We had some rocky times, but I think it was more or less he had his insecurities, I had mine. We both been hurt, different things, you know what I mean? And so I stopped worrying about it. We would talk and then we would stop talking. We would talk, we would stop talking. So I finally just prayed. I said, Lord, show me. Show me. If this is the man that you have for me, show me. You know, because I don't want to make any mistakes. Show me. And every time he'd reach out, I'd always say, Lord, I'm leaving this in your hands. Every time. And every time I say that, he gets closer and closer. Just, you know, and I don't know what's in store. I don't know what's in store for us. But what I know is that right now it's good. We have our lives going on and we're just living life, you know. Um, and I just stopped worrying. I stopped worrying. I was happy before I met him because I had 4.5 years. I mean 4 years, yeah. I was happy before I met him. So, and that's a good way to be. It's a good way to be. So I wasn't waiting for somebody to come in for me to be happy. I was already good. You know? So it just helps if you do the work on yourself and be tapped in to yourself. Because what I know is when you give it your all and it doesn't work, then at least you can say I gave it my absolute best and it just didn't work. Or that person just wasn't for me. When you give it your all is all you can give. Thank you, Tina. And and you have to be good with it. And a lot of times when you give your all and people walk away from you, it's their loss. Because if they couldn't see that you were really devoted, you know, who really lost? If you look at it, who really lost? If they couldn't see how devoted you were to them, who really lost? It wasn't you. You may have lost some time. You may have shed some tears. But who really lost in that situation? Think about it. Think about your value. How valuable you are. Out of the situation, who's losing? Who's losing? And when I started looking at life like that, I'm like, wait a minute. This man left me after 5 years. He left like it was nothing took my ring and everything. And he was nasty to me. He was mean to me. I'm like, okay. But I forgive him though. I forgive him. I'm not mad at him. I was mad for a while now. But I can't be mad at him because he did me a favor. He did me a big favor. He did me a huge favor. Because he wasn't in his masculine like that. You know, he wasn't really in his masculine energy like that. And I realized on this journey that I have to have more masculinity than what he could provide. So I look back and I just see it. I see it for what it is. I see it for what it is. And I don't know what this new situation will bring. I'm going in with a positive heart, positive mind. But I can tell you that it's a different kind of connection for me. It's a different kind of connection for me. Um, but I wanted to manifest better opportunities. Did he ever try to come back? Tina, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I have had all of my exes except one. I haven't. I mean, I've had three serious relationships, and I had one guy. I'm not. I can't even. I'm not even gonna really count high school because you still trying to find your way. I never heard from my high school sweetheart again. But the three relationships that I was in, each one of them tried to come back. They just did. They try to figure out how to talk. Yeah, they try to figure out how to talk to me or asking somebody about me, and I'm like, dude, I'm over this. I'm not going back down that road. No, 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 no. So to answer your question, yes, all of them. Because like I said, I'm not perfect, but I'm a good person. I have a big heart. Do I talk a little bit too much? Absolutely. But that's a part of my personality. Do I have attitude issues sometimes? Who doesn't? I get a little cranky and all that stuff. But my heart is huge. I have a big heart. I love to see people smile. I want people to be happy. But I knew that I had to I had to love somebody that would love me back. I had to love somebody that appreciate that about me. And he didn't. He didn't. And I'm not mad at him. I just see it for what it is. In fact, I thank him because after that, after he left, and I took the 4 years to work on myself. Oh my God, I finished my um I finished my last degree. I got in better shape. I started my YouTube channel. I'm over 11K right now. I mean, so there was some great things on the other side of the pain. So when you have tower moments in your life, trust and believe you have a tower moment, there's a new beginning. There's a rebuilding there. Anytime you go through a transformation, it's gonna hurt. It's just what it is. But on the other side of that, it's something else. Driana said he is responsible for pushing you from where you were to greatness. Bless him. Yeah, Driana, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm grateful. Yep, Tina. I'm grateful to him. Oh my. Now I was mad like the first 2 years. I can't lie about that. I was mad. But like that last year, and I started really feeling better and could see my way through. Did I cry a lot? Oh my God. I cried a lot. Because I was with this man almost 5 years. So, but I'm telling you, like that last year of me healing, I was so grateful that he left, y'all. I was like, thank you for realizing that you were not ready. Thank you for setting me free. I didn't understand it back then, but I mean, I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I wouldn't be the person that I am now. I wouldn't. I wouldn't look the same. I wouldn't talk the same. No way. I wouldn't be who I am now if he, or I'm gonna say, if the Lord hadn't removed him from my life, because he was removed because there was a higher purpose for me. He was in the way. 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 So I'm saying all that not to go in too much on my story, but I'm saying all that to just let y'all know that you're not by yourself. You're not alone, because we all go through these situations, but it's all about what we're going to do to move forward, you know? And and Tina, you're right. We learn from the experience. All the heartbreaks that I've had, I'm sure a lot of you have had, they make you wiser. They make you sharper. They make you more aware. And you'll be able to help somebody else, you know? That's how you learn. That's how you become wiser, is experience. The good, the bad, the ugly. So just making sure that you're staying tuned in with yourself and listen to the intuition. And just live your life to the fullest. You only get one chance at this thing called life. And when it's over, it's over. There's only gonna be one you. So you gotta do your best. You know? And we don't know what's on the other. We don't know how long we got here. We don't know how long connections are gonna last. But what I can tell you is make the best out of it. Make the best out of it. When I talk to this person now, I make the best out of every conversation we have. Every conversation. When we see each other, I make the best out of it. Because we never know. We never know. And I aspire to be a positive force that when he's away from me, he can still feel the energy, as far as, it makes a difference in his life. That's what I aspire to be, you know? And I try to be like that for anyone, not just people I'm talking to or whatever like that, but friends, family. I just try to just be the best me I can be. Because I know what pain is like. Getting your heart broken and it's not a walk in the park. But you can get past it. You can cope. You can move forward. All right. Thank you, everybody. I hope this message was encouraging for you and provided you some clarity and insight. Okay. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm live again, and for other messages such as this one and other readings and material. I'm definitely going to go back to sleep because it is early here. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope this message was great for you. Please, by all means, leave at the comment section, leave a comment and let me know how it resonates. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. Take care of yourself. Remember, you are worth it always. Until next time. Bye.